Welcome to Utica TV Overtime. I'm James Brown.
And I'm Corinne Bush. Before we get started, we would like to thank Spectrum for their fast internet service and for helping make Utica TV Overtime possible. To sign up for Spectrum internet or mobile service, please call 1-800-831-1547 or use the QR code shown. Tell them Utica TV sent you.
Now let's get into the action. The Utica women's soccer team fell to St. Lawrence University Saints last Wednesday by a score of 3-0. After both sides being held scoreless for much of the first half, St. Lawrence's Caitlin Barton opened the scoring for the match with her first goal of the season coming with just 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. In the 18th minute of the second half, the Saints' Lily Stone slotted her second goal of the season on an assist from Barton that extended the St. Lawrence lead to 2. With less than 2 minutes remaining in the game, Zoe Rogan of St. Lawrence delivered the dagger by depositing a free kick into the back of the net for her 4th goal of the year. With the loss, Utica falls to an overall record of 7-5-3. The Pioneers will look ahead to their final regular season matchup against St. John Fisher at home.
The Utica women's volleyball team won a critical Empire 8 matchup against Elmira College on Friday night. They also honored their seniors Madison Magyar and Hannah Johnston briefly before the match. Eleanor Sapil led the way with 11 kills, which boosted her to #1 in career kills for the Utica volleyball program. An unbelievable milestone. Congratulations. Magyar led the way with 14 assists, and the trio of Seipel, Wagman, and Aguilera each recorded at least 7 digs. Aguilera's 4 assists and 7 digs was a career high in a single match. The Pioneers won the first 2 matches in dominant fashion before dropping the third. The fourth set was a dominant display of high-flying kills that brought the Pioneers to a match win.
Last Saturday, the women's hockey team hosted the SUNY Canton Kangaroos in their final exhibition match before the regular season gets underway. Late in the first period, with 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining, Carolyn Whitney would score a power play goal to put the Pioneers up 1-0. She was assisted by Courtney Staniszewski. Keeping their foot on the gas early in the second period, Molly Padone deflected a shot into the back of the net, putting Utica up 2-0. She was assisted by Callie McLaughlin and Angelina Garganese. Down 2-0 in the third period, the Kangaroos were not happy, and they would come out firing. They would go on to score 3 unanswered goals and win this game 3-2. The Pioneers would drop both of their exhibition games this season, looking to get back on track for the real deal this weekend.
The Utica men's hockey team took on the United States National Development Program's under-18 team this past Friday in their first and only exhibition matchup before the regular season. This is also the team's first time suiting up after an addition of 17 new skaters this offseason. The game's scoring opened up just about 5 minutes into the first period when Team USA's Tommy Stiga found the back of the cage on a nifty backhanded shot. Just 30 seconds later, Team USA's Cole Iserman would cash in on his first of the day, beating Pioneers goaltender Ethan Roberts off guard low blocker side. Team USA would add 1 more on the power play and the first to extend their lead 3-0. Team USA would not stop there. They came out of the gates hot in the second period. Scoring just 40 seconds into the frame, Team USA's Brody Zemer would extend their lead 4-0. Both teams would remain scoreless throughout the rest of the second period, though Pioneers began to gain some life, dwindling the shot margin just 29-26 in favor of USA. Though the momentum would not be enough, Team USA would tack on 3 more goals in the third period behind a 2-goal effort from Cole Iserman. Iserman's 2 goals in the third period would give him his second hat trick in consecutive weekends. The Pioneers would add 1 goal late in the third. Eric Vitale's first in a Pioneers jersey would bring the score to a final 7-1 in favor of Team USA. Although not getting the result they wanted, the Pioneers will look to build off of the positives and growths in chemistry heading into their doubleheader to open the regular season at home against Adrian College.
The Pioneers women's volleyball team took on the Alfred Saxtons this weekend for an Empire 8 showdown. The Pioneers came out of the first frame winning by a score of 25-20, while the second set the Pioneers found themselves ahead early, but they unfortunately lost the second frame 25-22. After winning the third frame and losing the fourth, it all came down to the 5th and final frame. However, the Pioneers fell to the Saxons 16-14 after an incredible 11 lead changes in the frame. The Pioneers will go on to lose 3-2, and they would fall to 13-10 on the season. Graduate student Eleanor Seipel became the all-time program leader with her 1,030th career kill, which included a small celebration with her team for her amazing accomplishment. Congratulations, Eleanor.
The Utica women's field hockey team will be facing off against Empire 8 opponent Hartwick College today at 4 p.m. on Charles Gaetano Stadium. This will be the Pioneers' second to last game of the season and a crucial one heading into the playoffs Monday. Over the weekend, a gritty 1-0 win against Keuka College earned them a playoff berth in this year's Empire 8 championships. The next two games will determine their seeding. Be sure to come out and support your Pioneers.
Utica women's soccer will be taking on the St. John Fisher Cardinals today at 4 p.m. on Laura M. Casamento Field as a part of their doubleheader home game with the men's team. The Pioneers currently have clinched a playoff spot, however, this will be a battle for the first round bye and home semifinal game in this year's playoffs. Last season, Utica traveled to Fisher for the semifinal and defeated them in dominant fashion 5-3. The Cardinals will have that scoreline tucked in the back of their heads when they travel today for this critical final regular season matchup.
The Utica Pioneers men's soccer team faces off against the Keuka College Wolves today on Laura Casamento Field. Last season, the Pioneers were defeated by the Wolves by a score of 3-2. This season, they look to get an important win against this Empire 8 opponent. The match starts at 7 p.m. Be sure to come and support your Pioneers.
This Friday, October 27th at 7 p.m., the women's hockey team hosts Suffolk University at the Nexus Center. This is the Pioneers' first game of the regular season and their first game of the Utica University Kickoff Tournament. There are 4 teams competing, those being Utica, Suffolk, Adrian, and Elmira. Head downtown to the Nexus Center to watch the Pioneers kick off their season.
Coming up this weekend, the men's hockey team will continue to play their first of a 2-game series against Adrian College. 2 teams that are expected to be at the top of Division III hockey rankings to come in the next couple of weeks certainly have a lot of history. The men's hockey team is coming off of a 7-1 loss to the United States National Development Team's under-18 squad last Friday. In terms of history with Adrian, the 2 teams have fared well against each other, though Adrian was able to sneak away with 2 wins against the Pioneers last season at home. If you have nothing going on this Friday, come down to the Adirondack Bank Center this Friday at 7 p.m. This will also be the opening weekend of regular season play for the men's hockey team, so make sure to come out and show your support.
Utica men's soccer have clinched a playoff spot after last week's game. They will now go on to the first round of the playoffs on Saturday, October 28th. The Pioneers will take on either Hartwick or St. John Fisher depending on this week's results. Be sure to support the boys as they look to get their first postseason win.
The women's soccer team have clinched a spot in the Empire 8's playoffs. Congratulations. They will be either having a first round bye or play either Sage or Houghton in a first round matchup. Time has not yet been determined at this time. Good luck, ladies.
The Utica men's and women's cross-country teams will travel to Parkview Fairways in Victor, New York this Saturday for their Empire 8 cross-country championships. Representatives from all men's and women's Empire 8 cross-country teams, including your Pioneers, Alfred University, Hartwick College, Houghton, Keuka, Russell Sage, St. John Fisher, and the host Nazareth will be vying for a championship. The outing will begin this Saturday at 11 a.m.
On Saturday, October 28th, the Utica University men's hockey team will face off in their second of a 2-game matchup against Adrian College. The game will take place at 2 p.m. at the Adirondack Bank Center. If you need a change up from your typical Saturday afternoon of college football, get down to the Odd to watch the Pioneers take on one of the top teams in Division III history.
Women's field hockey will play their first round in the Empire 8 Athletic Conference on Monday, October 30th. This is the 5th consecutive season the Pioneers have secured an Empire 8 position. If the women finish third, they will travel to the 2nd-seeded team for the Empire 8 semifinals on Thursday, November 2nd. And that's all the Utica sports we have for you this week.
Be sure to follow us on social media at UticaUTV on Instagram and visit our website at uticautv.org.
Thank you so much for watching, and always remember to fear the moose.